Step into the paranormal with Ernie Atwell and David Seiler, brought to you by Paranormal Inc., right here on WLFE DB Radio.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 50. Episode 50 already. Oh, my Lord. Of Step Into the Paranormal, hosted by these two clowns. These two hosts, Ernie Atwell, and I'm Dave Seiler. And we got a really, really good guest
Yes,
today.
we got a lot to talk about tonight. We got one of our favorite people in the world.
Yep.
And we got a big event we'll be talking about, which is in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, very much so. So, without any further ado, let me bring the gorgeous Miss Lorie Johnson. Hi, gorgeous. Oh, you lost your sound again. Oh, where'd you go?
All right. So,
There you go.
Not today. I muted it so you wouldn't hear me.
Oh, no. When you go into the green room, everybody's quiet. Even we're quiet in the green room. So, but we have lots of people on saying hello. So, we got Ted. So, what have you been up to all this time? So, for those who know who she is, great. If you don't know who she is from the show Ghosts of Shepherdstown. She is the wonderful psychic medium for season 1 and season 2. We had the pleasure of meeting her.
And three.
Oh, you were on 3. I didn't watch 3. So the one that went down wherever it went, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, I think there's 3.
Yeah, I know 1 and 2.
I can't even remember it so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say the third one I didn't watch because that was down in another state. Right. So once it left, West Virginia, I was like, nah. I just want to see y'all.
So you probably would have been. Hey, come on, Dad.
We got to spend the weekend with Lorie and when we was at the bash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to these days, my dear?
Well, actually, between myself and Spring Giovanni, I can't say her name too well, but we're doing actually a Halloween extravaganza in West Virginia at the Roundhouse. And it's a beautiful thing because what we're doing is it's not just for the paranormal and the spiritual and anybody else that wants to be a vendor. For some reason, I've got somebody's English grandmother here. I just spoke to her like.
You got people whispering in your ear.
As long as you don't start speaking in tongues, we're good.
I have done that. But anyways, this is for the Children's Society in West Virginia. It's for backpacks for children. Proceedings are going to go donated to the children. I think it's just something beautiful. Spring and I, for the past 3 years, been talking, but I really wanted, and anybody that is interested, get your butt there because I've got a panel going with the paranormal investigators and anyone that wants to be part of the spiritual side, seers, tarot cards. I want to talk about how you work and how we work. Just to show people that, I think every team should have a psychic or a medium or an insider is what I call them. And there's so many people out there and I'm not trying to be rude, but they most definitely are street readers. So you've got to be very careful on, when you're getting a spiritual person that's an insider, don't give them anything. Let them come up with what they see. That's how you're going to know. If anybody, of course, my grandmother's gone. Of course, my grandpa's gone. But let them talk. I'm the type of person. I'm very in detail. I want to tell you what they look like. Sometimes names come and sometimes don't. I'd rather not the name because, it becomes personal and because I can live your life to tell the story of what you have not paying attention to. I do the past, the future, I can see your ailments, and I'm the type of person, I'm not a negative Nelly. I see to be able to change, to prolong your life, to make your life happier, Ernie, you're number one of them that I've actually, did a few insiders with you and your wife. So I am very blessed to be able to help people. I mean, do you want to tell them how I work? I mean, I really don't like talking about myself, but there's nothing I can't do. I mean,
I feel that Ruby and I are very blessed to be such good friends with you because
I'm blessed to you.
For those that don't know, back in 2018, my wife had a very serious illness that the doctor told us if we wouldn't have gotten her to the hospital within 24 hours, she would have been dead. And
that was the first night I met you.
That I was actually speaking with Lorie, who started telling me that Ruby was having issues. And just so happens at that time, Ruby hadn't been feeling well.
No.
And she did wind up going to the emergency room, and that started everything in motion. And the outcome was she had to have an emergency quadruple bypass.
Mm-hmm.
And
scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, a few months after she was doing well, and Lorie and I were at an event together, and Lorie had mentioned that Ruby needs to get her leg checked out. Something's going on with her leg.
Yeah.
Well, she did. We followed Lorie's advice, and come to find out, she had a 98% blockage in her femoral artery.
Yeah.
And that was honestly, I mean, that was almost it took just as long to recover and recoup and rehabilitate from that it did the heart surgery.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, thank God and thank for people like Lorie. But since then, knock on wood, other than some normal aches and pains, everything has been absolutely fine, other than Ruby bitching about she's gained so much weight because she quit smoking. So,
well, no, she saved my house. Miss Lorie has never been to my house, and when I first met you, Lorie, I was a skeptic of mediums. I just bullshit. That was me.
Yeah, but I like the skeptics.
So we come in, we take lots of photographs, and to begin with, we caught some really weird things behind us in our photographs. Do you remember that on the? And I'm like, what? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then later on, she pulls me out to the side and says, Dave, your house is on fire. I'm like, what? Now, at this point, I'm thinking really, so, and then she starts to describe, she goes, you walk up to this porch, you open the front door, your TV's on the left, your living room's on the right, your dining room's straight. I'm like, what are you stalking me? Straight up. Now, about 4 days later, I have this in my head. I'm standing out on my front porch having a smoke, and I'm like, I smell something burning. And immediately she came to mind. I turned around, and sure enough, my plug behind right where the TV was, right where you said it was smoking. I immediately grabbed the plug. It was hot. I actually minorly burned my hand. I showed you the plug. It was burning. The plug melted.
Mm-hmm.
And so I shut that power off. Luckily, I had another plug, but I had to replace the plug. But straight up, there's a dead short in that wire on the surge suppressor.
I gotta say this, Lorie, and by no means are we because once our brains get going,
yeah, we're left field.
Yeah,
you know that.
By no means do I ever mean to embarrass you or anything, but I got to tell the Lorie Johnson story.
I'm in trouble, guys.
Ago, it was I don't remember the year, 17, 18, something like that. Everyone knows I work permanent midnight shift. It was my last.
Getting ready to do.
I know it was my last shift before I start my 3-week vacation. Now, my 3-week vacation consisted of get off work. We were going to the Jersey Shore for a week, and then we come back, and then we go to the Gettysburg Bash. So I had that anticipation. I'm at work, and I'm like looking at, oh man, I can't wait to get off. I got 3 weeks off, and so I'm sitting in my police car, and I'm sitting outside the IHOP, and it was the middle of July. And this is the craziest thing I think I've ever experienced. It doesn't seem like it, but to me it was. I'm sitting in my work truck. I'm just sitting there, and I'm listening to the, songs on the radio. I got this tingling in the back of my head. It felt like a million spiders like running around on my bald head. And then all of a sudden, I started like sweating profusely for no reason. And then I got so cold that even though it was the middle of July, I turned the air off and I rolled my windows up. No sooner I do that, Lorie messages me and says, hey, something just came through. I got something to tell you. And I'm like, it was like perfect timing. Like I knew something was coming.
Oh, my Lord.
But the amazing thing was Lorie and I got to talking, and she told me two things that I honestly forgot about. Number one, she told me that about a pendant on a necklace that I bought my mother when I was in second grade. And Lorie told me that because I haven't seen my mother in years. And Lorie told me that my mother still has that, still one of her favorite things. But then the thing that got me the most was Lorie told me, I don't know what made you bring this up, but she described a photo that I was in with my grandmother in my grandparents' house, that I lived at with them.
Right.
But she described our clothes. She described my haircut, what my grandmother was wearing. And I mean, she freaking nailed it. And I'm like, holy crap. I forgot about it. I mean, I haven't thought about that picture probably since I was 5 years old. You know what I mean? And it just brought up so many memories. I was like, holy crap.
I actually thought you were going to talk about the hamburger. Hint, hint, hamburger.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my goodness. I was sitting out at my fire pit one night. Lorie and I were talking. She was telling me about Stewie and why he acts the way he does, which is a whole different.
Did you hear that his dog almost bit my testicles off the other day?
What did you do?
Hold your story. No, my turn. So he calls me up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. He's at work. Dave, I need your help. Stewie's dying. Ruby can't lift him. We need to get him to the vet now. I'm like, he goes, you got to go. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. So I jump into my car. I go zipping over there at 3:30 in the morning. All right, Ruby's out. She's crying. She's out on the front porch. I need help. She opens that door. This dog comes airborne at me 2 feet off the ground. Literally, I had enough time to turn my knee to hit him. He's coming all fang right at me. Ah! He missed by like half an inch. He went sliding to come back around. Luckily, Ruby caught him. But apparently, whatever it was, he went right through. He was fine.
Thank God it's not that big. I got it.
All right, finish your hamburger story where the lady that was.
Oh, so I'm sitting out at my fire pit and I'm talking to Lorie.
No, you were working. No, you were working.
No, because it was. No, I was sitting in my backyard because you were telling me something about Stewie, and you brought up about because we were talking something. Somehow my job come in, and I said I go back to work tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, okay,
and you said do not eat that hamburger, and I'm like, what hamburger? And you're like, because I normally take food, and she's like, don't eat that hamburger. So I'm like, okay. So I didn't give it no more. I didn't give it no more thought.
Okay.
So I'm at work and I wind up recovering like a stolen car. So I have to go into communications to get a printout. Okay. So I go in to get this printout, and my friend Doug, he's a dispatcher. He's sitting there and he goes, "Hey Ernie, I ordered this food. Would you like half of this hamburger? I can't eat all of it." He goes, "I just cut it in half." And I looked at it and it smelled good. And I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. And he actually wound up that night not feeling well after he ate that hamburger.
Yeah.
Oh, but I was like, and damn well a hamburger, I would have ate it. I would have ate it.
That.
That's like waving pizza in front of me. But I looked at it, and at first I was like, "Oh boy, it smelled." And then I heard Lorie's voice in my head, and I was like, "No, I pass on the hamburger." My lunch I brought from home.
Well, that's a good thing because he got sick.
Yes, and it was crazy, man.
That's insane.
You actually told me that the guy did try to offer it, and you said something to the one that the lady that you were training.
Yes, I had a
freaked her out.
Yes, I had a trainee that I was training, and yeah, and the funny thing is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Lorie, I told her about that before he even offered me the hamburger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she was looking at me like, like not really sure what to say.
Oh, I've had to tell her a couple times, quit peeking up my dress. She'll call me with randoms, and I'm like, quit peeking up my dress.
Yeah, but Lorie has saved our asses more than one time.
Many a time.
Well, you guys are my buddies. You're in my circle, and I will keep an eye on it.
Absolutely,
Lorie. We have had some fun over the years, though, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Oh, my
crazy!
goodness.
It's crazy.
I still love when we went to the orphanage, and you and Ernie were downstairs, and I was using that new recorder, and you and Ernie were to my right. And as I'm recording, who's here? What are you doing? What are you going? I'm playing it back, and all of a sudden I hear, Lorie. And then you say, someone just pulled on my hair.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, you could hear the kid, and there's no kids there.
Yeah.
And it just screamed your name, and then right afterward, you said somebody pulled on my hair. Yeah. I saw that EVP somewhere, but that just amazed me.
Hey, before we
Ernie, your granddad's in front of you.
Oh, you know why?
It's his birthday. Somebody's birthday's coming.
This is his sweater, Lorie. This is my grandfather's sweater.
He's just stood right in front of you, and your face kind of like is exactly as his, but his is a little bit more wider. You shifted, your face shifted. And I'm like,
this. I always, when it starts getting chilly out, I have this sweater that belonged to him, and I have this really nice suede. I think it's suede. It's like a winter coat, and I got that. But anyway, this is his sweater.
He keeps saying birthday.
Mine's coming up in a few. And my sister's is today.
His birthday is excuse me. He just passed the date of his passing was September 21st, and he said no. He passed away on September 21st and was buried on the 25th, and his birthday's coming up in December.
Okay. He said yup. And he's in a garage where there's a bunch of stuff that he's working on, like a shed. It's not even a garage. It's a shed with, I don't know, a workstation. He's doing something because I can smell the soldering iron or something.
When he retired, now you got to figure, you know how it is, Lorie, with folks born in that era. There's no such thing as retirement. Even when you retire, you go start a new career. Yeah. Well, for those that have read my book, I speak a lot about my church and my school. And he actually, after he retired, he became the head of the maintenance and repairs and all that stuff for our church and school. And what it sounds like to me, like you're describing, in the basement of the church, on the far side of the hall where I had all my experiences, they had like a maintenance office. It almost
he just called it his secret corner.
Yep. Yeah. Because he had it was a section like you would go in the office, the maintenance office, but there was a separate office off to the side. So yeah, it's pretty
I don't know how the hell she does it. I get the heebie-jeebies when that.
I know my arms are
out. My work though. I love doing what I do. I really do. I mean, living the life that I lived all my life, it was really bad, sad, lonely, right. And doing this and seeing people happy and moving forward and just believing in themselves. And I deal with that myself every day. It's failure. I mean, that's all I heard all my life. You're a failure. You're not going to end up with, and hearing and helping somebody. I don't know. It just makes me feel like I'm alive.
It's amazing what you do. It really is.
And I have to tell you, and I probably never even said this to you, but like, we've done a lot of events together, and we've done events where it's just Dave and I and you, and, a lot of people have gotten to meet you and speak to you, and you've even mentored some of them. But the responses that I get from people that I know after I introduce them to you is just amazing.
Yeah, it changes their lives. It changes their minds.
Yeah, it really does.
It really does.
I
mean, like I said, the first time I
no.
met you, I was a avid skeptic, and I thought that side of the world was complete BS. I really did.
I was a skeptic. I don't know what it was. It was very weird. I knew there was something different about me, especially being 2 years old, and I could see, an Indian man watching me. It took 30 years. My dad finally shows me a picture of his father because he did not talk. Well, thank you, whoever that is. This comes up as user doesn't say names.
That's Carmen.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Some names don't come across due to which stream they're looking at the time.
Oh, okay. Anyways, it took 30 years for my dad to finally show me a picture of his dad, and it was his dad. And he actually helped me with my children because I'm an overthinker. I'm constantly thinking, should I let them do it? If this is going to happen, show me what's going to happen. And I will get visions of the outcome of it. And if it's a bad one, nope. I always told my kids, I'm your mother, not your friend. When you get older, then I'll be your friend and your mom. But right now, I got to protect you. I have to protect my babies, especially with the crap that I've gone through.
Right.
Did I hover too much? Yeah. But with the crap that was around in my surroundings, I'm glad that I did. My daughter.
You would have driven me nuts as a mom knowing what I'm doing before I did it. That would be, especially after what I've done as a kid. Nope.
David, I know what you're doing in there. Open that door.
Yeah, but you know what? My dad always yelled and said, let them be boys. Let them be kids. Because there was 10 of us. 7 boys, 3 girls in my family. And Daddy was on the road all the time. Mother was in the house. Or we would stay with Grandma, Dad's mom, in Atlanta, Maryland, by the way. And grandmother would say, go outside, go play. Man, we were climbing trees and going down the train tracks. We were crazy.
That sounds like us. Lisa.
Oh yeah.
But I was actually raised in Houston, Texas. To me, even though I'm born in Maryland, I actually am a Texas girl. Would I go back?
That's funny you say Texas, Lorie, because I sent you the photo from yesterday when I was up.
I actually worked in New Carrollton. He said I grew up in New Carrollton. I actually went to Eleanor Roosevelt. My elementary in Lanham was Kenmore Elementary. I never went to middle school because I got skipped from the 6th to the 8th. That brain thing,
But
nice.
I sent you the photo
before.
I sent you the photo yesterday. I was at Pam and Steve's. I was up there with Brad and Barry Kling from Ghost Lab, and they're actually from Texas. They're getting ready to go back.
What part?
I don't know. They just Brad said South Texas, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm from Houston, Austin, and Galveston is where I grew up.
I've been to Texas one time on a business trip right near the Alamo, and all I can say is I love Texas steaks.
I heard, I've never been there, but everybody.
Oh, the Alamo, you would love it. It is awesome.
The Riverwalk, yeah.
Texas to do some work for me, and we stopped at the Alamo. It was awesome.
Yeah, there's a place in the Riverwalk around there that literally looks like a big river but down in this little cubby hole was a steakhouse, and it I swear they were in the back just cutting it right off the cow. I mean, it was that fresh of a steak. So it was good.
John McGinnis, do you remember PG? What was it? It's called New Carrollton Mall. Do you remember that? Talking to McGinnis. It's funny that the world's small.
Yeah, John is our cameraman, and he does an awesome job. If you ever need a cameraman behind you or in front of you, talk to John. He is like the best on the planet.
Oh, that's a good thing because I'm trying to get something together.
Hey, Lorie, before we go every which way but loose, what else? Let everybody know what else is going on at the Halloween extravaganza.
Okay, I would love to have Spring on. Is there any way that you can actually call her and see if she and I can talk together? But at this Halloween extravaganza, we're going to have a children's costume contest party. We're going to have face painting, We have a magician, a storyteller. We've got a little petting zoo with the little ponies. We've got a lot of stuff for the kids. For the adults, we're going to do karaoke, live music, bring your own beer. We also have beer and also wine at the bartender's area. We're going to have food. Let's see. We're going to do a contest. We're doing, I think there's 2 bands because I know my brother's coming. He does, he does his own. There's no instrument the man don't know how to do. And then we're going to have another band. There's I think
You want to see some real computer magic, Miss Lorie? Watch in a second. She's going to appear in our stream. I have some magic myself.
Okay, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I love her. I love this lady to death. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, you're not going to get along." I mean, everybody was telling her that and telling me that. We've been like that since the day one. I love this lady's energy. Her husband is an awesome man.
We spent a lot of time speaking with Spring and her husband at the bash.
Mike.
Spring, yeah. I just sent you a message in Messenger. Click the link and you'll join us.
Yeah. No, Michael and I call him Michael because that's my brother's name that passed over. But Michael and Spring, I'm telling you, they give so much and get nothing. I mean, they're dealing with a few things right now, but they're good people. They're good parents. They're good people. I love them to death. I really do. And most definitely Italian children. Ooh.
The first time Dave and I met them is when we were with you all at the Roundhouse for that 2-day event, like 2017, 18, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That was hot that day. I mean, that week.
Let's see. When did I know I started filming in 15. I locked Lorie in a Puerto Sand. What is that?
That's from Spring. So hopefully she sees the link I sent her in Messenger and clicks it.
She locked me in a who or a what?
In a Puerto Sand? I don't know.
Is that like a porta potty?
Johnny on the spot? I don't know.
I don't know.
I got a quick story. Lorie always used to tease me about I keep my hand sanitizer in my pocket. And then when I'm done talking to somebody or whatever, I'll turn around.
Yeah, I remember that.
She come out of the porta potty at the Roundhouse, and I could just tell on her face, like, and she's like, "You got that hand sanitizer on you?" And I'm like, "See, here you go."
Yeah, I have. Ever since I've had my first child in 1986, I am telling you, I am so germophobic. Everything's got to be scrubbed with bleach and Clorox, and I don't care. Pine Sol, I don't care.
That's Pine Sol. That's my go-to.
Pine Sol, baby.
Ruby buys that by the big bottles full.
Yep.
$5 gallons.
I'm in charge of scrubbing everything down after she cooks. It's like a disorder that I have. Yep. So after I clean everything,
you got OCD, like me. OCD like me.
I always wipe everything.
Hi. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. No makeup.
I don't have none either. That's what I was like. I told Dave earlier, I said, I'm not going live. Oops, the camera came on.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Ernie.
What's up?
Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
We are looking forward to coming down there in less than 2 weeks.
Oh,
I will be arriving on Thursday, and Dave will be arriving on Friday.
Good.
Okay, great.
Yeah, because Friday night we're actually having an investigation. You guys are one of my y'all are part of my investigation. What would we call them?
Sacrifice? I mean, a group?
No, you're my sacrifice. He's my leader. Yeah, Ernie's always my leader. You're my yell and scare the crap out of people.
Dave's always our guinea pig. Dave, go do this and go try that and let us know what happens.
He turned me into Aaron. I swear to God, he turned me into Aaron while we were out at Malvern Manor. Dave, see that creepy door down there in the dark? You knock on it.
You know what? We should have got one of those dunking things again.
I know. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you would have.
You raised a lot of money that day.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
My granddaughter had a blast.
Oh my Lord. Well, I will tell you what. I already know who's going to win the costume contest.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing, but if I get what's coming from England soon enough, I'm hoping I get it before I get there. It will scare the hell out of you.
Oh well.
Okay.
I ordered something.
Good luck.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Everybody I talked to was like, I'm going to win this contest.
I think you ought to let me be one of the judges. I'll be very impartial.
No, you're gonna get dressed. You're getting dressed. Get your costume on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey, the first winner's got. There's going to be 3 winners, and the first one's got a big basket coming.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Yep.
So,
If you win something, you have to share it with
Yep.
me.
And we're going to do door prize thing. I saw that. You're supposed to stereo, but anyways, at the door we're going to do a raffle. It's $1 per ticket. We're going to split it in half. The one that wins is actually going to have a half of it, and the other half goes to the roundhouse.
That's awesome.
Love 50-50
Yeah,
split.
that's
So
all.
anybody that is interested, get your butt connected to Spring. I'm telling you, this is going to be
Now-
so fun.
To come to the event, do you buy tickets ahead? Can you buy them at the door? How
I
all
think
that?
We'd like people to buy them in advance. Go to spring4roundhouse@gmail.com.
Say that again.
spring4roundhouse@gmail.com.
And I'm putting it up in right there.
And
Yeah,
if you buy it, it's actually cheaper because it I think what is it, $10 cheaper if you buy it in advance.
There you go.
I haven't said anything like that because we pay the fees on PayPal
Okay.
so that the customers don't have to pay the fees. We eat the fees.
Right.
Spring, since I got you on here, because I'm a very forgetful old man.
You're not that old.
The events are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, correct?
Correct.
Sunday.
Friday in the day, we'll have vendors all day.
Mhm.
From 5 to 8 is the children's costume party. That's $5 a person to come in.
Mhm.
We have the Children's Home Society of West Virginia. We invited all of those children to come for free.
Okay.
And then Friday night at midnight, we have an investigation. Maybe we'll start a little earlier. Saturday, we'll have
1 o'clock is usually good for an investigation start. You can set up before that, but
yeah.
yeah.
And then Saturday, we'll have vendors all day and guest speakers, as you know. And then our costume party, that'll be till 6. And then the costume party will be from 8 to midnight. And then midnight, the investigation start right after the party.
Now, Friday, when it all kicks off on Friday, I know we open up with, all the vendors and everything. What is the official kickoff time on Friday?
11 a.m.
Okay, so it officially starts 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can set up before that.
And because I'm getting in town. I'm getting in town Thursday, so I'll check into my hotel Thursday afternoon. That way, when I get up Friday morning, I'm already there.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
man, because I think I'm going to be there Wednesday to help set up and everything. So
What Thursday after I check in, do you guys need me to come over to the Roundhouse and do anything or send
that would
anything?
be cool.
We always need you, Ernie.
All right, because I'll check in Thursday. I'll check in Thursday at 3, and as soon as I check in, I'll come over. As soon as I check in, I'll come over Thursday and help
Great.
you with it.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Great.
Very much.
Any last minute things we can all
Yeah, that'll work. Plus,
get
we
it done.
get to hang out for a while before all the.
Absolutely. Oh, we're
Yeah.
wait till you see meet Michael if you haven't met him. He's awesome.
Oh, he knows Mike.
Oh
Mike,
yeah,
come say hello.
yeah. We talked that we were with Spring and Mike for a long time
yeah.
at the Bash.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was on the last day. Where's that good looking man at?
Here he is.
There he is. What's up?
How you doing, everybody?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, very good. Nice to see you all.
Yeah, we were just talking about you. Is your ear itching?
Yeah, they were. Seeing fresh for this,
Yes, Sunday night relaxing.
Well, we love you guys a lot.
Love you too. All right, I'm gonna get off.
All
See you
right,
soon.
bye.
We'll be in a little over a week and a half, Mike.
All right.
We're gonna bring Gary. We're gonna bring her to the Roundhouse with us.
Yes.
So
Well, we also have another special guest, and that is Ted Van Son. His radio show and everything's going to be there. I love this man. I don't know, if you're gloomy, he's going to bring your butt up. You know, we're going to do a little bit. He's going to do everything. He's going to interview, hopefully spring, let everybody know what we're doing, why we're doing it. Yeah, Ted's a good guy. He really is a good guy.
How many
Workaholic.
yeah, he is.
How many at this point? I'm not sure if you know an exact, but how many guest speakers do you guys have so far? Do you know?
I have you. You and Dave, and then we have Sam Vultris. We have let's see, who else do I have? I have to go in my we have Robert Murphy.
Oh, I didn't know Rob was going to be there.
Oh yeah, Robert Murphy's going to be there. I tried to get Chris Houston and Jay Pierce there, but Jay Pierce says it's too far away. And then we're going to have John Covey and his mom.
Okay.
Yep. And then we're going to do try to get Chris Sanders, but he hasn't answered me.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So he's in trouble. He's in trouble. I love it.
I'll tell you what, man, we are so looking forward to Chris Sanders' event. It actually is October 22nd of next year. It's the same date as yours next year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm mad at him. He hasn't invited me yet, and I'm his second mama.
Sleepy Hollow, New York. I've been wanting to go to Sleepy Hollow, New York since I was a kid.
Yep.
And now I have a reason to go.
Is that where he's going to have you? I know he's in me.
It's Sleepy Hollow Paracon. It is at the I forget, Eric Julian. We were just talking about it yesterday up at the Hoover House. Yep. I forget the venue, but it's shit. I can't remember.
We call that Senility.
Yeah, I can't remember. But
luckily, it's already on our calendar, and I've already booked our information.
Yeah, we're all set. But the good thing is the Roundhouse is only like an hour and a half from us. We were talking about it yesterday.
It's 6 hours away from me.
Nice.
Dave and I are so fortunate because we're like right in the middle. We're like an hour and 15 from Gettysburg, an hour and a half from Waynesboro, and then we're an hour and a half from West Virginia.
And
we're like
Shepherdstown.
Yeah, we're like right in the center, man.
Dead center of everything.
I used to be there. I used to be that smacked right in the middle, but I moved.
Well, you used to live in the county next to the county that I work in.
Because I lived in Upper Marlboro. Now I live in Newport News, Virginia.
Wow. How is it down there?
Yeah, I actually went to A school in Newport News.
I mean, the area is beautiful, but my neighbor area.
I wanted to move up here by me.
Yep, me too. Yep. And I'm thinking about it. I might. I like to rent my home to a police officer or military. Right. So because I still have 5 years to go to pay it off. So.
Oh. Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I went to A school for the Navy down in Dam Neck and was stationed out of Newport News.
Jerry Swoop. I'm mad at Jerry Swoop. He deleted me. So, but anyways, I still love him. Jerry Swoop.
Jerry, you're in trouble.
But Jerry Swoop, if he wants to be a guest speaker, you're going to be on my panel. Come on. Contact Spring. Would love to have you.
I saw Jerry yesterday. He came to the event that we were at the Hoover House yesterday. Got to see Jerry for a while.
Yeah,
sounds like he needs to be up at the extravaganza with us.
Yeah. So get a hold of him, Jerry. Contact Spring or myself, and let's get it set up. I'd love to have you be a part.
I tell you what, man, we are so excited about your event in next week or
definitely
week and a half.
I'm honored to be able to work with Spring. But I'm so, Spring and I think the exact same way. Even though we're trying to make everybody happy, but it's all about those babies.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
all about the babies, and it just gives me goosebumps. I know that these children, the parents are dealing with a lot. They can't afford a lot, and this is our way of giving back. So
And
The birthday backpack program is such a great program. The people there are so nice. I had them at my craft show as vendors.
right.
And then, of course, give them a free space. And then everybody goes see the backpack program. So they get a lot of customers. They make a lot of money themselves. This lady, Roz Eiler, she makes all these cards, greeting cards, and she sells them. And all of the money goes to the backpack program. So she's done very well at the craft shows. And I was planning this event last year, but we had to cancel because of COVID.
Yeah.
So by hook or crook, I had to get it going this year.
yeah,
And let me add this real quick. For everybody coming, and this is mainly directed to the folks that are bringing the children. All the vendors are there, including us, and we'll be selling all our stuff and this and that. But I have like some Halloween items, nothing fancy, but I have like some Halloween items I was going to have on display with our merchandise, but it's free to the kids. So if
see,
they
that's
stop on
awesome.
the table, I always have Halloween
Always
candy.
got-
No matter what the month is, when we're in an event, I always bring the Halloween candy. So we'll have some candy at our table and some Halloween pencils and little
Your
Halloween.
tables always looks nice.
Yeah, so stop on by and it's free to the kids and everybody. Like I even at work, if I still need to use a pencil once in a while, I have a Halloween pencil. So we'll have all that good
Hi,
stuff.
Steve White. He's another man that I really love to death. I love following him. He's very educational. He teaches people. He doesn't just stick on one thing. He actually asks. That's how I do. If you have a question, it's paranormal or just spiritual, haunting, whatever, just ask it. People are so afraid to ask questions, but he does it. It's out there. What if you see a dog spirit, or what would you do?
Lorie, this isn't so much a question, but just I wanted to tell you, a lot of times when we speak, you always tell me that my best friend Eric, who passed away,
That behind you
comes
She's
to
standing behind
visit me and plays jokes in my house and stuff like that. Well, last week, October 2nd, was the 20th anniversary of his passing.
Oh,
It's been
wow.
20 years. 20 years already. Yeah.
Well, he likes clinking things just to get your attention.
He does too, trust me. Because it was funny. I never told.
It's the plates. They can't. They can still smell food. They just can't eat because there's no body. But
Oh,
it's
God.
still a mind over matter thing to where
I don't want to die.
I never. This was like a year or so ago when we had Lorie on the show then. But I never told no one this. But I would find random things in my house turned around.
Yep.
And I thought it was my wife because of my obsessions with everything being organized. I thought Ruby was going through turning shit around to aggravate.
He's laughing right now.
So
He's laughing.
I was home alone one night and I went into the kitchen to get some coffee. So I walk into the kitchen, get my coffee, and as I come back, right in the archway there between the two rooms, it was Easter time. We had Easter stuff out. One of the ceramic rabbits was turned completely around. So I had never told no one about this other than my wife. And we had Lorie on the show and we were talking about Eric. And she said that Eric likes to aggravate me even on the other side because he used to get a kick out of aggravating me when he was alive.
He's still getting.
Lorie told me to check because things are going to be turned around. And I couldn't believe it because I never told anyone that was happening. And I was like, whoa, shit,
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Very nice.
anyhow.
So we got Friday covered. We got Saturday covered. What's going on Sunday?
Sunday we're still doing the vending and all. So I mean, really,
Sunday's a quiet day, but we still have all the vendors there,
yeah.
and there'll be food vendors.
Y'all call them food vendor. I call them roach coaches. So.
Well, I call them food vendors because they don't have trucks. They actually set up in the table.
This is a very, very important question. What kind of food vendors you having?
Yes, the important things.
I have a lady. She is absolutely awesome. She does the best mac and cheese you ever had.
You just got my daughter's attention that she lives on mac and cheese.
Yeah. Let's see if I find her.
Hot dogs.
I gotta look through my paperwork.
You're gonna have to fast the week before.
Fried chicken. What else, Mike?
Fried chicken.
Oh.
Is she doing the fish?
I don't know. I don't know what the menu is, but yeah, it's a variety.
List on it.
Hot dogs and hamburgers. She does fried chicken. She does green beans. She makes it like a dinner.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's funny because just the other night we were talking about fried chicken, and I was like, it has been so long since I had fried chicken.
I had some for lunch.
Did you see? I can't wait.
I had KFC. I have a KFC that delivers here.
No, I want real fried chicken.
I'm the same way. I'm so Southern. I got to cook it myself.
But the mac and cheese,
I would be 900 pounds. I can't do that, so I just get a bucket delivered.
That's why I keep Dave away from my house. I don't want to be responsible for his obesity.
Yeah, if you've ever had his wife cooking, you would understand that. His wife cooks like a dream. Yeah, I've considered offing him and marrying Ruby.
You don't need to off me to do it. Just ask politely.
Yeah. Actually, in the town, they're having a food truck festival where they're going to have 40 food trucks on Saturday, which really hurt us because I couldn't find any food trucks to come.
Right.
You know, but I do have awesome food vendor.
I say we take up what we'll do is we'll take up an order and then we'll just send Dave to get food.
It may not come back.
Work.
Just buy one of everything.
Nah, you got to buy from this lady. This lady is awesome. Caroline, Family Affair Catering.
Well, I tell you, you got me hooked at fried chicken and green beans right there. That's
Jerry, I appreciate it. You're bringing it to the Roundhouse, right?
Hopefully he'll be there.
Grilled smoked chicken.
Oh wow!
He just got volunteered.
Yeah.
I tell people I'm on a seafood diet. I see food and I eat it.
It sounds like my side of family. You sure you're not related?
Hey, you
I'm
never know.
probably still the smallest one in my family.
Hopefully for the event we have really nice weather. I think it's going to be nice and cool and.
That would be nice. I don't want it to be too cool.
Yeah.
We don't have heat.
Well, I tell you what, man, that last event we were at down there, holy hell, was it hot. I must have sweated off 20 pounds.
Oh, I was sweating in places I didn't remember.
Steve White just wrote. It says, you want to read it, Dave?
Yeah, Lorie Johnson is so amazing. It was about 6 months back when a family was missing their young teenage girl. She was considered a missing child case in that particular state, and Lorie told the family where to find her and who she was with. And this turned out to be so very true that it was totally amazing that the young teen girl was found and returned home safely. It didn't get any better than that.
I love doing cases like that too.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So like I said, Lorie she'll just call us up randomly. And go and let us know something, and we're kind of like deer in the headlights, like what? And it may take a day or two, but it will come to fruition. No shit. It's just amazing what she does.
You know what happened? We went on vacation to Florida, and I used to wear my mother-in-law's wedding ring. So I would have a habit taking it off, putting it in my pocket. And I took it off. I put it in my pocket. And when we got home a week or two later, I couldn't find the ring. And I'm like, Mike, I can't find your mom's ring. I can't find it. We looked all over. I was so upset. Lorie said, it's in your jeans. I said, Lorie, it's not in my jeans. My jeans have been washed. She said, I'm telling you, you left it in your jeans. A couple of weeks later, we found it in Mike's bag. What happened was I took my jeans. I threw it on Mike's bag. It must have fell out of my jeans and into the bag. It was in my jeans.
Wow. Oh, nice. Very nice.
I tell you what is very comforting though that I like is the closest person in the world I ever was close to was my grandfather. And when Lorie tells me, like, he's here, and he's there, or he popped in, or whatever, I mean, it's just, because my biggest thing was always wanting to know that he's okay. You know what I mean?
He just said, I'm not leaving my mini-me.
Huh?
He said, I'm not leaving my mini-me. He said, you're about as damn stubborn as I am.
That's
Absolutely.
true.
Absolutely.
He says, your damn habits are, and I look at you, I see the mirror.
It's true.
He said, you shake your knee when you're sitting, just like me.
And I do too. If you notice, I'm always moving.
There's times you'll see me in here, you'll see my arm move, but I don't move it. The reason why is he's shaking the table that everything is on. Like, he'll put his elbows on, and then he'll like hit it with the knee, and I'm like, stop it.
It's funny because my grandmother used to yell at me. She used to yell at me for that when I was little. She'd be like, can't you sit still? And say that I'm just like doing what my grandfather. She's like, Ernie, can't you sit still? You're driving me crazy, because I was always moving.
Yeah. That's all right, because my parents called me motor mouth, know it all. It took me a long time to realize I know some.
Oh my goodness! Well,
I know it all. Well, you're talking about.
Lorie and Spring, we're going to cut you guys loose. We have a few announcements, and then we have to jump over
to another show.
All righty.
We're going over.
Look forward to seeing you guys next week.
A week and a half. I'll be down. I'll be down Thursday. Spring, I'll contact you guys when I get into town.
Very good. I'll see you then.
I'll get there about Friday evening, about 5-ish or so, because I got to wait for my kid to get out of school.
All righty. See you then. Love you guys.
The next time I come on, I'll do the readings for everybody.
All right.
You are awesome, my love. And are you doing readings while you're down at the Roundhouse?
Yes, I am.
So,
awesome.
Is there a cost to the readings?
It's going to be $55, but I'm also doing an auditorium reading, and then depends on how many people come in. I'm going to also give free readings away after I'm done.
Wow.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You are lovely as always. Thank you for coming on to our show.
Thank you, sir.
We love you, baby.
Love you guys too.
And you got to move back closer again, damn it.
I am. I'm trying.
Lorie, I'll be in touch in a couple days, dear.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
All right. See you, sweetie.
Yeah, what we were getting ready to say for those watching now or listening, once we clear here, if you want to jump on over to Cisco Murdoch's show, Journey Through the Gate, Dave and I will be interviewed on there. And so yeah, you heard us talking about the Halloween extravaganza at the Roundhouse. If you haven't been to the Roundhouse,
it starts on the 22nd at
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
I mean, you take all the spooky and paranormal and all that out of the Roundhouse. The Roundhouse is still an amazing place.
Trains and it's beautiful.
It's absolutely one of the coolest places we've been to as far as just the history and just
there's a live track right next to it.
Yeah, just being in the building, it's freaking amazing. We will not that weekend. We will not be having an episode.
So that's in 2 weeks.
Because we will still be there.
Yep.
Now, just announced yesterday, this is so cool because these are two of the coolest dudes you will ever come across. But on Sunday, November 21st, Dave and I will be having Brad and Barry Kling from Discovery Channel's Ghost Lab on Step Into the Paranormal. I got to spend the day yesterday with Brad and Barry at an event at Pam and Steve's place. And just their energy puts me in mind. And that's one thing why I liked Ghost Lab, because they're very intense and knowledgeable investigators. Okay.
Absolutely.
And they do it the way it should be done.
Absolutely.
But man, when they come across some evidence, their energy just goes
through
the roof, man. And that's what always attracted me to that show, because it was, I just love the intensity of their investigation and the styles that they use to investigate. But great guys, man. And everybody's going to love when they're on our show. So, jump up. We're going to cut out a few minutes early. Jump on over and watch us Journey Through the Gate, hosted by the one and only lovely Cisco Murdoch. You may have seen her at the Bash this year. So make plans to come to the Roundhouse, man. It's a 3-day event. You have no reason not to show up.
That's it. 22nd, 23rd,
Investigations,
24th.
Halloween party, costume contest. We're going to have
vendors.
Yeah,
speakers.
the vendors. We're going to have public speakers. We're going to have guest speakers. We're going to have a like a paranormal panel with Q&A, and we're going to have fried chicken. So, all
right, guys.
Hey, let's give I want to wish 2 people a very happy birthday. Their birthdays are tomorrow. Number 1, our dear friend who's dear to our heart, Loren Malloy. Her birthday's tomorrow.
Love you, baby.
And guess who else's birthday's tomorrow?
Who?
You ready for this one? Carly Hall.
I know. I said her too. I said them both. But I'm going to announce one more. My beautiful sister, Debbie Ansley.
Yes. Happy birthday,
today's
Debbie.
her 55. Oh, dear God. She's 55 now. Ha ha!
Well, yours is in 2 weeks.
Shut up.
2 weeks.
Shut up. Yep.
3 weeks. Dave's birthday's in 3 weeks.
Day before Halloween, and I'm turning 24 finally.
Well, Carly will be old enough to rent a car now. So, hey,
Christmas in a cup.
Serious though,
we gotta go.
Debbie, Loren, Carly, happy birthday.
birthday.
We love you guys. Have a fun birthday. Have a safe birthday. Have a spooky birthday. And thank you, everyone, for listening to us ramble for the past hour. And check us out in a few minutes on Journey Through the Gate.
Peace out.
Good night.
You've been listening to Step Into the Paranormal with Ernie Atwell and David Seiler. Thank you for listening, and listen in next week for another topic and more great guests, right here on WLFE DB Radio Network.